Hello, welcome to my channel once again, Charlie. This video is about Accra versus Kumasi, and this is coming from the perspective of an American who has moved from America to Ghana and is currently living in Kumasi. What he was talking about, Accra and Kumasi, it's something that I will say most of us we are aware of. Yes, but I want us to go into the video, listen to him, what he said about Kumasi and Accra, come back and talk.
So I wanted to talk about Accra versus Kumasi from like my perspective, but this is all opinions, right? Like, please don't come at me. Like, so my wife and I, we had a friend that came in town from New York, and she was just visiting. You know what I'm saying? She had a friend in Ghana that she was visiting, so in Accra. So we went to go pull up on her on the weekend. Spent like 5 days out there. Took the family, explored around. Right. First thing I'll say is, yo, Accra is expensive. Like, compared to Kumasi, like, it's mad expensive. And people kept telling me, like, my friend was telling me, and then people in the TikTok comments were telling me, like, they call Accra, I cry. Like, I cry because it's so expensive. Another thing is the traffic is trash. Like, it literally, the expensiveness of it and the traffic and the hustle and bustle remind me of New York immediately. Like, it doesn't feel like Ghana, if that makes sense. Like, it feels like just like your average American metropolis. The food though, the food in Accra is A1, especially as a foreigner. Like, you want like authentic food from other places and not just like local Ghanaian food. Like, we went to a Mexican restaurant and it tasted like Mexican food. Like, I've had tacos in Kumasi and like, it feels like they adjusted the recipe to be like acceptable by Ghanaians. Then family entertainment. So Kumasi, there's not much to do with kids. Like, you just let them run around outside. They have the Kumasi Mall where they have like this outdoor play area. They got Rattray Park, but it's like beat up and old and things are always broken. But Accra, they have mad places to go with kids, like water parks, different play areas. We took our kids to Play Accra or Accra Play at Safari International School, and it was fire. It was mad expensive. It was 150 cities per kid, and then 15 cities for socks. It's mad expensive. But it was cool. You play all day and it's nice indoors, so it's cool. Then the nightlife. Like, one thing I'll say about Kumasi is that if you're trying to be lit, Kumasi is boring. Which is perfect for us because we have family, we have kids. Like, we're not here to party. Like, we don't party no more. We done been there, did that. But if you're trying to party and you're trying to be lit, Accra, like, that's where it's at. Like, Accra is lit. But like, we're not really about that life anymore. We went out because our friend was in town. And like, I'm still recovering from that. But it was like genuinely fun. Like, it felt like I was in New York. Like, I felt like I was in Brooklyn. There's one specific place called Front Back that I felt like I was in Williamsburg. Like, I felt like I was in the local spot in Williamsburg. And like, it was just the perfect diverse mix of people. Like, we've never been in a place that diverse since being in Ghana. But outside of that, like, Accra is cool. Like, I think for us though, with family and us trying to just live a calmer life, we prefer Kumasi over Accra. We do business in Accra. Accra is definitely like where you want to be if you want to do business. But to live, like, I feel like Kumasi is like the suburbs and Accra is like the city. It's like, I don't know if I want to live there. So we've been in Accra for one night and we spent more money than we spent a week in Kumasi already. But anyways, all the Accra people that have been in my comments, tell me, what should we do? We got kids, we bored. What do we do? Where do we go? Talk to me. Drop it in the comments. We also like to eat a lot, so food spots, please. Food spots, places for the kids to play, take them to, tourist stuff, whatever. Let us know. So it's been about like 10 months since our family of 5 had moved to Ghana from New York City. And I'll be real, like, it's the best thing we've ever could have fucking done. Like, ever. Like, people really underestimate the whole, like, cost of living and quality of life thing. Like, yo, in America, to achieve the lifestyle that we have here in Ghana, like, we would literally not see our kids. We would literally, like, never hang out with them, never get to do the things that we get to do with them here. Like, because what you got to do in America to achieve any type of lit lifestyle is you have to work fucking hard or do something legal, and that just jeopardizes your freedom and your, the time with your kids ultimately, which, is our top priority, really, is we want to raise our kids. We want to spend time with our kids. We want to make sure that we're raising these little fucking humans to be the best little fucking humans they could be when they're older, right? Like, we got our own compound. We got that all the help around us. We got security. We got a property manager. You know what I'm saying? We got a nanny. We got a homeschool teacher. Like, think about how much all this shit will cost and how much you really got to sacrifice to get this shit in America. Like, you got to drop your kids off to fucking daycare or public school or whatever school, boarding school, private school, if you got the bread. And what you're doing that for? You're not doing that to educate your kids. You're doing that because you got to go to fucking work and you can't take care of your kids. That's why you're doing it in America. I think this is going to be a longer rant than I expected, so I'm going to need a part 2. I'm going to talk about the lifestyle that we live here in Ghana, like what we got going on, like the shit that we don't got going on. Because this shit is important for people to know, because y'all really got to get the fuck out of America. That shit's a fucking trap, yo. Like, it's a trap.
Penmubiani Krumhana, Munkancheremi. Such chamber and hall, Pantine. 1,700. Chamber and hall. Aye. And up a 2-bedroom on Clan Hasea. This is 2,500 and that's 3,000 plus. For what reasons? Ordinary Ghanaian, ordinary youth. Sika say, was so many swans and OJ. And that's single room a drew. 800 cities, 1,000 Ghana cities. Ube Jarabontin, 500 Ghana, 600. And you Ube Jarabontin. And nobody is talking about it. Red control, much one more than you are suffocating us. Wake up. It is getting out of hand. And nobody is talking about the government. Nobody is talking about it. Aden. Sikaka krana buso mene so abeje no. Udi ni nyina kotwa danka ansa na utility bills my. Why? And every day it gets worse. Abuso for mon share mame. Mon share mame because it has to go. This message has to go. Red control, wake up. Aden.
So, Charlie, listen to what he's saying. Accra is very expensive. And this is one of the reasons why I always say that, Charlie, if you come to Ghana and you stay in Accra and you use Accra to say that Ghana in general is expensive, then you are wrong. Because Ghana in general, Ghana is not expensive. Accra is just like 5% of Ghana. There are a lot of places, and I'm telling you, many of these places are very cheap when it comes to rent. The only thing that I will say is that Accra has all the fancy things that you can think of. For instance, if you came from a big city, maybe abroad, and you came to Ghana and you want all the fun stuff and all that, you want to be like closer to some of these things, the place to be is Accra. But if you want your peace of mind, you don't want any disturbance, you want to live outside Accra, see, there are a lot of places and these places are very cheap when it comes to even food, you see. But if you want the fancy clubs, the fancy restaurants, if you want to eat some foreign foods and all of these things, this kind of lifestyle, you have your kids, you want them to be going to playgrounds, that is Accra for you. You see, the sad thing is Ghana has not been built in a way that you can have some of these things at every place. You see, that is the main problem. But I feel like this is also an opportunity for some of these foreigners that are coming in. You can take this advantage and just build something, perhaps in Kumasi, for instance, in Takoradi, in Central region, the Eastern region. You can do something so that you can get the people around, the rich people around these neighbors or these areas to come to your place. So seeing some of these things, I feel like it's an opportunity. For him, he runs a restaurant. Since he came here, they have a restaurant that they are operating. So Charlie, when you see some of these things, Accra is very, very expensive than everywhere in Ghana. Know this and know that Ghana in general is not expensive, but it's Accra that is expensive. Thank you so much for watching.